Open your book up to page 602. If you use the magnifying glass here, you can type in the page number and it will take you directly to the page. In this class, we are using Standard American English. It's very formal and it does not allow for dialect or slang, abbreviations, or contractions. Remember that contractions are words like, instead of writing don't, you would write do not. So you're not allowed to write don't, you have to write it out. The first thing we'll talk about are the parts of speech. And sometimes you'll have to analyze the sentence and see what the word is actually doing in the sentence to decide which part of speech it is. In this sentence, the word work is the verb. It tells the action that the students are doing. In this sentence, the word work is a noun. It is being described by an adjective, and adjectives can describe only nouns. You'll remember from elementary school, I'm sure, that nouns just name people, places, things, and ideas. The ideas is probably the most difficult thing to identify. If a word ends in NESS or TION, that word is a noun. For example, I cannot believe you got me into this situation. The word situation in this sentence is a noun. It ends in TION, is described by an adjective, the word this. So now I know that that word is a noun. Happiness is important. It ends in NESS, so that's my first tip. It can also be replaced by a pronoun. Happiness is important. It is important. Only nouns can be replaced by pronouns. So those are two little tricks that you can use to decide if you are looking at a noun. Can it be described by an adjective? Can it be replaced by a pronoun? One thing you need to know about nouns is which ones are proper nouns. Those are the ones that need to be capitalized. If it's the name of something, it needs to be capitalized. You also need to know how to make things singular and plural. To make something plural, you usually add S or ES. The word police does not have an S form when it's a noun. You can say police officer or police officers, but when you are talking about more than one policeman, then you can say all the police, but you wouldn't write a police is on the way, and you wouldn't write the polices are bothering me all the time. You would add an S if the word police is a verb. For example, he polices or patrols means the same thing. That word comes up in writing a good bit, so just wanted you to know that. These are reference guides. Here's another discussion about S and ES for making things singular and plural. Okay, we'll end this video with a little discussion about pronouns. Pronouns are words that take the place of nouns. The noun that a pronoun replaces is called its antecedent. Let's see what that is. Joni lost her coat. The pronoun is her, right there. Joni is the antecedent. That is the word that the pronoun is replacing or referring to. The word her refers to Joni, so Joni is the antecedent. That will become important when you start doing pronoun antecedent agreement. We're mostly concerned with the subject pronouns like I, he, she, it, we, they. We're not so concerned with the object pronouns. you need to know that possessive pronouns do not have apostrophes to show possession. Regular pronouns use apostrophes to show possession. See, these are all possessive. You don't see any apostrophes there. But they are possessive pronouns. Most of these things we will never talk about. The word that's a funny little word. It can be a subject. That was his favorite place in China. Subject, verb. Here the word that is being a subject. An adjective. The adjective is that, the noun being described as place. If you can say which place and get the word that gives you the answer is going to be the adjective. Which place? That place. The word that is an adjective there. That will become important later because the word that is a tricky little word. Indefinite pronouns. You have to be familiar with these as well. If a word ends in one body or thing, that word is singular. That's going to be important later on. So be familiar with this little chart here. Okay. Here's exercise 33.1. And I did number 1 and number 2. And I don't have a teacher's edition. So I have to go on my own knowledge of where the nouns and pronouns are. So if you see that I got something wrong, please let me know. Okay, so I'm going to now work through number 3 and explain why I'm choosing each word. The word driver is a noun. It's being described by a pronoun here, which driver, the other driver. It's also the subject that's in a relationship with this verb, was. Sight is a noun. I know it's a noun because it's the object of a preposition, the word of or out of, a multi-word preposition there. Time is a noun. It is also the object of a prepositional phrase, by, the, time. Bradley is a noun. That's a person, so I know he's a noun. Himself is a pronoun. We can argue about the word cars. Cars is actually an adjective because possessive words are often considered adjectives, but if you considered it a noun, it's not a huge deal. You need to know that possessive words can never be subjects. And then the word number is a noun. Whatever's being owned, the car's license number, the number belongs to the car. So whatever's being owned is also a noun. Okay, that's the end of nouns. See you in the next video.